New developments tonight with what critics call an Obama administration attempt at, quote, gun control by executive order. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, or ATF, has proposed banning a very popular type of ammunition used by over 4 million gun owners nationwide. This after the gun groups challenged the move. And the White House this week defended it, arguing that these types of bullets pose a special risk to law enforcement, saying surely this is something everyone can agree on. Not really. Earlier tonight, I spoke with Chris Cox, who is the executive director of the NRA's Institute for Legislative Action. And Chris, the NRA does not agree with that at all. Tell us why.
Well, Megan, the president tried to ban the most popular rifle in America, but he couldn't get it through Congress. So now he's trying to ban the ammunition for the most popular rifle. You know, look, this president hates guns. And the AR-15. This president hates guns. He always has. He doesn't care for the Constitution. He says he's got his cell phone and his pen, and he's going to ignore it. Well, we can't do much about his hatred, but we can do something about trying to dismantle the Second Amendment. And the 5 million members of the National Rifle Association are going to fight this every step of the way. They
say it isn't about going after the AR-15 or, you know, taking away its most popular ammunition. The problem is that this particular type of ammunition can pierce the bulletproof vests that are worn by law enforcement, and that's what and it's most specifically when they're put in handguns that could be concealed, and that's what they're trying to prevent.
Yeah, Megan, it's interesting that they're lying on this because there's no national cop groups that's calling for this ban. The head of the National Fraternal Order of Police said that this wasn't necessary. So if the reason it's not necessary is not one police officer has died as a result of a vest penetration from one of these rounds being fired from a handgun in the last 30 years since ATF exempted this ammo. So why are they doing it? This is a solution not to a problem. It's a solution to Barack Obama's gun control problem. Couldn't get it through Congress, so he's going to go backdoor. And this really ought to concern all Americans, whether you love guns or hate guns. If this president can pick up his phone and use his pen and ban ammunition, go after the Second Amendment, undermine the Second Amendment, he can do it to the rest of the Constitution, and that ought to concern everybody.
Well, to those who say, well, if you lose this kind of ammo, there's plenty of other ammunition. They say the ATF claims 168 other types of ammunition can be used in ARs, and they would remain legal. So what's the beef?
Well, the ATF is full of it, Megan. The truth is any AR round, any .223 round will penetrate soft body armor. Has nothing to do with what it's made out of. It doesn't matter if it's made out of gold or porcelain. If it's going 3,000 feet per second, it can penetrate soft body armor. So under their definition, under their framework, they could ban every .223 caliber out there. They could ban every hunting rifle caliber out there, .308, .30-06, .30-30, 300 Win Mag, go down the line. That's what this administration's about, and we're going to fight them every step of the way.
How do you do that? I mean, just legislatively, you're going to try to, I mean, because if he does it by, you know, through his administration, through the ATF, how do you reverse it?
Well, the hope is that he would back off. But given this president's history of trying to dismantle the Second Amendment, we know they're not going to do that. So we're working with Republicans and Democrats in the House and Senate. Over half of the U.S. House, since they announced this less than 2 weeks ago, have already sent a letter to the administration saying back off of this thing. We're going to work with Congress. If we have to go to the courts, we'll go to the courts. And we're going to work between now and next year on Election Day to make sure we elect a president who does something other than disrespect this freedom.
Chris Cox, good to see you. Thanks for being here tonight.
Megan, thanks for having me.